Hi, congratulations on your new RV. We're really excited for you. Please make sure before you're signing that you bring the following items with you. If you're a cash buyer, please make sure that you bring a cashier's check, no personal checks at time of signing, or you may bring actual cash. If you're a finance customer, please make sure that you bring proof of insurance listing your specific lien holder. If you need that information, please call us ahead of time. Also, make sure that you bring all valid driver's license of all persons that will be listed on the title. If you have a trade that you're trading in with us, please make sure that you bring your 10-day payoff as well as your title and all persons who will be listed on the title of that trade. Arrive 30 minutes early before your appointment time so we can properly inspect your unit, and also make sure that you have the fridge on and running prior to arrival. If you have any questions, please feel free to give us a call at 810-686-0710. Thanks so much. Have a great day.
Hello, this is Mike with TradeWinds RV Center, here to congratulate you on your Highland Ridge, MesaRidge 2102 RV travel trailer. I'm here to walk you around it, show you how to use a few things, get the best out of your camping experience. Let's start by talking about arriving at the campsite. A few things taken into consideration when parking on your campsite. You need plenty of room for that awning to come out. And on your off campsite, of course your slide. You got a deep slide there. Leave plenty of room for that to come in and out unimpeded, preferably nothing hanging over top, and then leave yourself a nice walking space over here, because the next thing I want you to think about is where your power and water connections are going to be. Your power all the way on the rear of the unit over toward the driver's side of your tow vehicle, and then your docking station for water is going to be in the same back corner. So park accordingly so you can utilize the facilities at the campsite. Once you arrive and unhook your hitch, first thing you do is level your unit. Unit does come with a power tongue jack, night docking light should you arrive at night, retract to bring down, extend to bring up till you got your unit level. I do recommend get your slide in, measure your unit, get a stick on level and put it on the side of your unit right in the middle. Have someone watch that while you get it level. Now should you lose power under this rubber stopper right here, that hand crank that brings down your stabilizing jacks will bring this up and down without power. So you can get this up and off your truck if you lose power. Speaking of power, check your battery post when you arrive. Make sure them have it wiggled loose coming down the road. Once you got your unit level, next thing we do is stabilize it. All four corners of your unit, you have these hand crank stabilizing jacks. 3/4 inch crank right here. You can use an impact driver or a drill gun. I just recommend when you get to the bottom you slow down, because remember, we already have our unit level. These are stabilizing jacks. We only want to bring these down until they're taut. I recommend stabilizing jack pads. Jack pads are going to protect the feet of your stabilizing jacks from dirt and debris. Hot blacktop in the summer, better distribute the weight. Use your 10% off coupon, grab a 4-pack of those, put them down, and run these down just until you've got resistance on your hand crank. Then you know you're sturdy. Just trying to stabilize our unit. Go around, put all 4 of these down. Once you have all 4 of these down, we are level and stable, and we can go ahead and hook up our power and water. Again, power cord, big long 30 amp service, comes all the way to the back of your unit here. The way these new ones plug in, I'm going to show you. You start to the left, twist to the right, and then put on this gray washer. At the end of that 30 amp service, should you need to plug in at home, 30 to 110 adapter comes in your convenience pack. Got your power hooked up, let's hook up our water. So here's your docking station on the back corner. Open that up. If you look over here, it tells you how this is going to hook up. Tank fill would be down. That's when you're using potable water. At campsites, city. So have that to the right. First and foremost, your water pressure regulator. This water pressure regulator is going to reduce the water pressure 40 to 50 psi, protecting the lines in your unit. Use this when putting fluid in here. Hook that up, hook up your hose, have that set to city, but don't turn on your hose yet. Come around this corner to your hot water heater. All we're going to do at this point, folks, make sure our drain plug's back in. Throw a little plumber's tape around that. Tape, not putty. Putty will gum up on you. Get that in there. 1 1/16", I believe. Get that in there nice and snug and tight. Once that's in there, you can go ahead and turn on that hose. And after your hose has been on for a little while, go inside, open up your water taps. You can deploy the slide if you need to at this time. Open up your water taps, get the air out of the lines. Once you got a steady flow of water flowing, shut that off, and then you can turn on your hot water heater from indoors. There is an on-off electric element here. The only time you ever want to turn this on out here is if you're plugged into 110, as well as turn it on electric indoors. If your hot water heater doesn't seem to be working, come on here to see if this is bubbled up. If it is, it's a reset button. Both of these, just press them back in. Now let's say we're gonna go camping. Now we're gonna hook up at a campsite. We're gonna hook up and go boondocking or dry docking. In that case, we're gonna point this lever down and go to tank fill. Same thing, water pressure regulator, fill it up in the same spot. Treat your hot water heater the same way. The way to tell that this is full is on the inside where you check the levels of your battery and your black and gray tanks. Hold that freshwater button down. That'll tell you when this is full. Once it's full, remove your hose, then you'll have to turn on your water pump. Water pump when using your freshwater or potable water, but not when you hooked up to city. All right, we got our water hooked up, our power hooked up. We'll go ahead and walk you around the rest of the unit, starting here in this docking station. There's a spray port hose that'll hook up on this here. That's where your cable will hook up at the campsites. Tank flush, we'll talk about that when dumping our black tanks. Again, your city and potable water, just depending on how you hook this up. To the left of that is where your black and gray tanks are. On the side of your slide here, those are access panels to the back of your fridge. There's your extra gray tank. There's your pass-through storage here. There's the blue hose I said will hook up back there to spray things off. Docking light for the front of the unit here. Your batteries. Again, check your battery posts. Make sure those haven't wiggled loose going down the road. Your propane does come with a cover and is on a regulator. Simply point it toward the tank you wish to be using. Lefty-loosey to open. Your safety breakaway. This side of your storage over here, you're prepped for solar. You can plug in the solar panel and trickle charge your battery here. Your hitch work. Do you have lighting in here to your storage area? Now on this side, this is a flue for your furnace. If you run your furnace, steer clear of that. It'll get rather warm, and make sure nothing's ever blocking that. Set a table up outside. Plug in your cable in 110. You can set a TV out here. There's a manual override crank for your slide. There's a vent for your microwave. Your awning with LED lighting. Continuing over here, your hot water heater. Underneath there is your low point drain for your city water. And the one draining over there on the other side between your tires is your freshwater tank. Again, your hot water heater. You have your ladder. Utilize that. Go up there and check the seams on your roof a couple times a year. Feel them if they're drying out. Caulk as needed. You also prep for a Furion backup camera. Device you can purchase from our store that sits on the dash of your tow vehicle, electronically communicating with this, give you a backup camera for the unit. Spare tire with a cover. Quick connect LP right there in the corner. Again, your power. And that about covers everything on the outside. Let's go take a look inside your unit. Before going up inside, I want to tell you on your awning, if your picnic table's down at that end and it starts to rain, you have this pitch adjust. So if you pull down on that, that'll tilt your awning and run all your rainwater down this way away from your picnic table. Now let's check out inside your unit. Alright, first thing I like to point out in all trailers is where your fire extinguisher is. Make sure that you and everyone that's camped with you knows that the fire extinguisher is located at the entry doorway in case of emergency. Immediately as you come in, up the wall on your right is a control panel. So up here is where you'll check your battery, check all your levels, brand new battery. Fresh water, that's why I said you can hold down to tell when your potable water is full. Black and gray tanks. Here's your slide control, your awning. Show you really quick on your awning. You're only going to want to extend, see how the top is kind of gray, bottom's white? You're only going to extend that out until that white bar falls down, and or white flap falls down 90 degrees, and you can see your black bar. As far as you want to go, that will extend past that and actually start to run itself up backwards. So keep an eye on it when you run it out. Below that, that's where you turn on your water heater, electric or gas. Make sure you choose the correct one. Here's your interior and exterior lighting. Here's where you turn on your water pump if using potable water. Run your awning back in here. Shut your exterior lights off on your awning. That's in. Now they do call these a slam lock. You don't have to slam them hard, just lightly pull on it and it'll close up for you. Coming into your living room. Start by turning on your TV here. Your R on a swivel. Grab both sides and pull it towards you at the same time, and that's where it'll swivel. You get any channels to come in here. Inside you don't pick much up. Remote for that. Sound system. Turn that on. Tap Bluetooth. We can change the mode to radio. Excuse me. TV sound, DVD sound, Bluetooth, radio. So we can turn it up in here. Or shut it off in here and have your music all outdoors. And your speakers are in the end of your awning, which is nice because then it's pointing down towards your campsite instead of out of everyone else's. Shut that off. Storage, self-explanatory microwave. You do have a fan and a light above your cooktop here. Turn on your panel light. This glass top makes an excellent backsplash. Turn this to light, hit your spark, and there's your flame. Shut that off. Same thing on your oven. Turn it to light, hit your spark here, that'll light it, and then just set it to the desired temperature. No need for a pilot light. Point your panel light down and it becomes an oven light. Individual lighting throughout your kitchen area here. Come on the wall over here to your thermostat. AC is on right now. It is smoking hot out here today. I'm going to shut that off. Alright, took longer than normal. Normally the AC's shut off pretty quick. I'm going to turn on your furnace, not by choice. Alright, I'm going to shut the furnace off. Oops, get back to off. And you'll see that the furnace will take normally a few minutes longer than the AC does. Your door or your little prep area that'll still stand up below that. Access panel to your breaker box and fuses. Ton of 15s in there, a couple of 40s. Highly recommend having some of those with you when you go camping. To the left of that, by your bedroom doorway, is your 12-volt carbon monoxide propane detector. Now the reason I mentioned that's 12 volt, it's always running off your battery. So if you are out boondocking, nothing plugged in charging your battery, if you're going to be gone for the day, go ahead and disconnect your positive battery post to keep this running your battery down while you're gone. You do have a portable table to set up in front of your couch here to eat with. Storage underneath the bed, accessible from outdoors. You're also prepped for a TV in here. You can put a backer right here, a mount, cable and 110 up there. 110 is up behind your bed with your individual lighting up here as well. Back here in the corner where it says Furrion Bluetooth. Furrion sells a Bluetooth portable speaker that you can plug into these. Get on their website. Something you can purchase through them. Then back into your living room here. on your North Cold fridge. Touch that to turn it on. I'm going to go to the mode auto plugged in. That means it's running off electricity. If I keep that on auto right now and unplug it, it'll automatically go to gas. Or I can make it just electric or just gas. 1 through 5, 5 being the coldest over here. Continuing into your sofa area, your own lighting up here. A couple things to mention before I leave the living room here. For travel, make sure that your doors, your bedroom door and your bathroom door are both secure back here for travel. And here you have a fan and lighting. You will have to hand crank that one open. 110 as well. Also make sure that your shower doors are secure for travel. Well, that about covers everything on the inside. Let's act like we're leaving the unit or the campsite and close the unit up. I'm going to put your remote in a safer place up here. Doors and drawers. Make sure that all doors and drawers are closed. Nothing's going to impede this slide from coming in. I'd say most importantly in this room, make sure that this is down and both doors are secured. I like to come up here and shut off my interior lighting. Then I can look around and see any other lighting that I may have left on. Bedroom lighting turns on and off out here. All my lights are off. Then I can turn back on my interior over here at the door and hit slide in. Now you slide, always notice that they lift up from the bottom first. That's because the slide mechanism is on the bottom. Your smoke alarm in the ceiling of your living room there. Got to mention that. You see the importance of having that extension from your kitchen area in. Okay to hear that noise? That's the slide mechanism telling itself don't go in any further. Shut off my interior lights and exit the unit. Now for these steps, main thing you want to do is make sure this exterior door is all the way open. Otherwise this could catch on it. Simply lift them up. These are adjustable by cotter pin. Set inside. Twist this either way, right or left. That will lock this in here. Lock and deadbolt your exterior door. Lift and turn your handle. You're ready for travel. At this point, bring up your stabilizing jacks. Unhook your power, water, and cable. Come down here if you're at a campsite and open up those drain points. If you are boondocking, come over here between these two tires here. Get back up there and open up that red hose there for that drain point. Last water to drain. Here's your hot water heater. Simply lift up on this pressure release valve. That's going to dump the remaining of the hot water out of there. Put that handle back down, otherwise this won't close. And then pull your drain plug. Hook up your hitch and head on up to the dump station. At the dump station, park accordingly. You're going to have two places to dump. Both sides of your tires on your driver's side. 10-foot hose. Once you park, hook up this hose and start in the rear. You can get bigger, longer, stronger hoses from our store. Get you a big Y hookup, but you have to start here in the back because the first thing you're going to pull is your black holding tank. Pull that black handle. After it sounds like that's no longer draining, leave that black handle open. Come over here to your tank flush. Again, with your hot water pressure regulator. Hook up the hose at the dump station. Turn that on for a good 5 minutes. Again, with that black handle open. That's going to wash all that nastiness out of your black tank. When that's done, unhook your hose. Close that black handle and pull your gray handle. That's going to be cleaner water, your sinks and your showers. That'll clean your hose out a little bit for you. And if you don't get a big Y, close that up. Come up here and hook up to this gray tank and pull that. Again, cleaner waters. That'll clean your sewage hose out for you. And you can conveniently and sanitarily, it says squeeze for a reason, store your sewage hose right there in the bumper. Again, thank you guys so much for your purchase. Hope you enjoy this Mesa Ridge for many years to come. Happy camping.